between them.
They do.
In the challenger scene, of course. But let's just jump right in to Champion Select here and see if they are going to focus on that side of the map. Alistar comes out right off the bat.
Gangplank going to be taken away from Fang, along with Elise and Callista. Banned away from Apollo and Kirei. So, of course, that Elise ban, no surprise, he has had some great performances on it.
Yeah, part of the reason Team Dignitas had a good showing was because, you know, Elise, very important for Kirei, and Shifter also. The Shifter Ari has been very, very strong for this team. Some teams already throwing target bans out at him, trying to keep him off of Ari and hope that he goes with some, or force him to go with something else. Impulse doesn't look like they're going to go that way right now, but they still could drop the last one on it. I mean, it would leave quite a few significant choices up, but see if they decide to go target for their last one. Holding on to a lot of the time here, and they changed their minds, opting for Fiora plus Nidalee's up.
Yeah, getting rid of Billy Boss Fiora, very scary. He did go 5-2-5 last time he played it against CLG. Actually, that was Smitty J. No, we haven't seen Billy Boss take Fiora.
No, he had a good Quinn start was their last game. He played an 80 carry up top though, so he has played an 80 carry up in the top side, an offensive split pusher. But this time around, 280 carries picked up for Impulse. They pick up the dynamic duo, very strong combination here. Graves, huge physical burst, and Corky now majorly focused on magic damage. That will probably be for Pyrian in the mid lane. Once again, he has played it before in the mid lane. And I expect the jungle Graves to try and match jungle Nidalee. Because any other champion that you're left with to go versus Nidalee would be very scary, seeing as how so many of these aggressive counter-jungling oriented junglers, when they get their hands on Nidalee, just sort of take over the early game. Kirei, no exception. Definitely likes to play very offensively.
Yeah, the next two pickups from Dignitas are going to be Poppy, now locked in, likely for Billy Boss in that top lane. We could see Kiwi take it in support if they want to flex it around. And Lucian locked in for Apollo. And we've seen Fang take Poppy as well, so there's a lot of pressure on this.
Yeah, Billy got some Poppy games under his belt as well. They got one of their victories on it, so he's happy to play that front line. Let's see here. Proxen, they're not really giving much away though. Both of them pretty balanced. Ooh, Gate gonna try his hand at the Bard again. He's had 3 Bard games in a row that will make this. See if they can make use of the long range engage here. They don't really have a lot of like hard CC though. So it's gonna have to be some good cosmic bindings as well from him. Skill shot's extremely important with Bard.
I actually just had this conversation yesterday. When you learn how to land a skill shot, it completely changes the champion.
Yeah, that's usually a very important part of the champion, is being able to land the abilities.
It's pretty interesting, but we'll see if he is going to be able to get that CC out. And there still is an opportunity to see Pyrian take something other than Corky. Again, it could be flexed. We'll find out. Dignitas are looking at their last 2. This is going to be Shifter in the mid lane.
Shifter Ari
he's gonna take
is available, but he's already locked in.
Victor is picked.
They'll pick the wave clear for him. And will be a pretty standard setup here now, with Team Dignitas really rounding out their composition. This is a very solid set of champions. They've got the Braum to protect their own minion waves, plus they have Lucian and Victor to clear out enemy minion waves. So a lot of good tower-taking tools for Team Dignitas. They also have a decent team fight, significant frontline setup here. I think a lot of it will be determined by how well Kirei is able to utilize this Nidalee, because I've definitely been looking for a strong game from him on something other than Elise. Ryze does come in last pick here for Impulse, and that will be some form of targeted hard CC for themselves, but it's going to have to be, you know, those good cosmic bindings and flash knockups from Proxen on the Rek'Sai. If they really want to lock down that team fight. Of course, with this Ryze lock-in, that does mean you get your Corky bottom.
Yeah, and with that, it's still 6.2. Rise does not have a cap on the spells he can go through during his rotation, so we'll see if Pyrion is able to use that to his utmost effect. And with our 2 team comps on the screen, we're getting ready. This looks to be a pretty exciting match. Lots of damage on both of these teams as we get ready. Dignitas currently 3-6, tied with Team Impulse at 3-6 as well. So one of these two is going to end up 4-6. The other one 3-7.
Bold prediction, sir. Are you sure you want to extend yourself?
We haven't had a draw yet. We haven't had a draw in the past 4 years. Going on 5?
I think you can bank on that.
Yeah, we'll send that in. But show the team some love. Send your votes to @LOL Esports with the hashtag DIGWin or RENWin. RENWin, not REWinWin. RENWin.
Whoa, getting
Tip win, not REN win.
Because that was last game, but
that was. I'm completely in a just. I'm lost.
Living in the past.
Yeah.
Well, let's head to the future. Jump onto the Summoner's Rift here and take a look, because what is this? Rise does have Cleanse. So that's actually, he could be looking to just power through a gravity field. This could be a Cleanse straight up for the 1v1 situation. Power through a gravity field. You know, if Rise gets the passive stacked up and you pop your ultimate, just straight run at Victor, you can get through it and might even be able to double up and cleanse the exhaust if Shifter's not really expecting it.
We'll see how he's able to do that, as he does have that exhaust. And defensive lines taken from everyone. Mash scouting it out in the middle. He's high flying above the river, not quite able to find anything. As Feng comfortable in the top against Billy Boss. No damage traded just yet. Actually, Feng did take just a little bit. So he's going to wander around for a bit as Kirei gets a nice deep ward. Doesn't look like we're seeing too much. Actually, Billy Boss is now heading towards the bottom, and Apollo and Kiwi heading towards the top. So Dignitas pulling the trigger on a lane swap.
Lucian Braum definitely has potential if they go for this steep invade of, you know, catching someone as well. The pings are coming out, but it's a kind of a late invade if they're looking to stop that Krug start. Looks like they will get around here, though. I think they will go for it. Walking over a ward means that Impulse won't even start the Krugs, so that late invade will find no one, and they will see Impulse, the Impulse jungle duo, walk over to the Wraith camp. Raptors, I guess, now.
Gromp going to be snagged away by Mash and Gate before they head down bottom to bully Billy Boss.
Billy going to sneak some experience here. He's making a dash for the minions. Try and get the experience as quickly as he possibly can. Oh, gets all 3 melees. That is a success for a top laner in the early game during a lane swap. Now he's going to run away with the gold that he's earned and try to go back to the other side of the map. What you want to do now is escape with your bag of gold that you've just stolen and your life, and just go up to a standard lane swap where he can go lend a hand up on the top side of the map. It's going to stop off here with some extra counter jungling of basically jungling your own side is counter jungling.
Oh,
but Kirei
takes the ignite, forced to flash out. Billy Boss is now going to be the one to run. Flashes, gets himself away as well, and Team Impulse, delayed invade.
It's the sort of the drawback of the risky counter jungling your own side there. When in a lane swap, this is not really your territory, even though it is technically your side of the map. Jungling your side of the map in the lane swap like that is counter jungling your opponents, and they did take away the extra camp, however, costs them their flashes. So we'll see if the flashless jungle and top laner are actually punished at all, or if they're able to just farm through the 5-minute cooldown here, because Kira's got a lot of camps ahead of him to take, and we'll see if Team Dignitas can actually capitalize on that and go cash in on the extra standing camps in time, or if Impulse are actually able to force something, because Impulse are just going to hard push this turret, try and shove to create something else for themselves on that side of the map. As of right now, still fairly equal. Impulse probably will get the first turret down, about the same time actually.
Yeah, that bottom tier 1 being brought low. Similarly, Billy Boss is going to finish off this last one. Ooh, perfect bounce. There's the wave. Fang gets one similar. It's close. Not quite perfect. That's like a 95%.
So currently, the extra camps there doing some work for Team Dignitas. Kirei is about 300 gold ahead of Proxen at the moment. And top laners are perfectly tied, as they were not able to snag any of the little ones.
Yeah, because Proxen spent so much time down there, he does have that gold difference. Kirei flashless, continuing to roam around, actually is even going to get the red buff on that top side. So Team Impulse not quite capitalizing on Kirei so far, but his flash is still down for another 2.5 minutes, so we'll see if they can find him in the meantime. Apollo actually heads back to the top lane. Kiwi is going to spot out Gates Bard, so they know that the duo is answered.
He gets the jump on the pink ward as well. So Kiwi's going to be able to cash that one in quickly, and that means that this Impulse top side has to be a little bit more careful. They don't have any vision up here. There's no turret. They're definitely exposed. As of right now, Kirei is just hard farming, though, to try and hold this little advantage that he has over Proxen, try and grow it into something significant. That means he'll also be on the other side of the map. He can answer and help Billy soak up minions if they do decide to go for an invade. Because he cleaned his own jungle. That means there's nothing here for Impulse to take.
They're trying. They spot Kirei out, but he's already level 5, and in fact gets some good damage onto Proxen. Is now pinging away the rest of his team. They thought they could get me, but they couldn't.
They thought wrong. Italy with an experience advantage and landing spears here. Kirei definitely looking good so far. Billy Boss as well, happy to soak up the extra minions here on the bot side. So not only is that jungle advantage holding for them, but Dignitas trying to get this Poppy into a place where she'll be strong against Graves.
Pyrian going to be all in by Shifter. Doesn't have to burn any summoner spells, though, as the experience advantage for Shifter bullies him away from the lane.
Yeah, Shifter just jumping on the minion control that he has. Early level 6, uses it just for the chunk, and that is going to mean that Pyrian has to back off a little bit. He wants to stick around and soak this experience. Since there's no jungle pressure, he should be able to do it. But Shifter was able to deny a small amount. It was all about these very small wins for Dignitas as of right now. They're taking very, very small chunks out of the Impulse gold.
Kirei looking to take small chunks out of Impulse's health as he tosses spears, but his ward is going to be spotted by the pink of Impulse, who haven't cleared it just yet. I'm sure that's got a limited lifespan. Proxen, however, heads towards the top lane along with Mash. Oh, they're coming around now. Kiwi has to be careful not to get bound, and he is not.
Meanwhile, this big wave that Billy Boss has down bottom, heading towards the turret. And a bit of it is going to get cut off by the turret, so maybe a few of the melees denied. Fang a little bit slow on that move down bottom, so misses out on some of the comeback gold. Does get up to the level 5 though, important for him, as Billy does have another one of those small leads over his lane opponent currently.
Proxen with the invade spots Kirei as he roams top, looking for some action, but not quite able to find it. Pyrian is pretty deep in Dignitas' territory as well. Gets a ward that Shifter sees. And I believe that everybody's just going to take it calm and patient.
Ooh, here's not a calm teleport.
Yeah, that was not calm at all. Flash, oh, doesn't quite get the magical journey. Mash is going to make it through on the far side, but he's still only level 5. Lockdown, not calm at all.
And here comes the answer. Continue, sir.
Team Impulse look for more flash. Knockup finds Kiwi Kid. He's brought low and goes down. Billy Boss first. The flash doesn't make it over the wall. He actually did break vision, so he's able to sneak away, but they're collapsing onto Apollo now. Fang gets some good damage. Flash into the brush.
I'm just a Krug, man. Don't shoot me. Billy finds himself safe regardless, as they decide to turn their sights towards Apollo and take him down. Impulse able to answer back with 2 of their own, plus turret pressure. Gonna get the objective afterwards here. So all said and done, Impulse happy with the way they were able to turn that one around.
So before the turret gets taken, it's even in gold. Now that it has been taken, that is gonna put Team Impulse. Oh, come on, guys, I'm trying to illustrate a point here. You gotta take the turret.
Your timeline here.
I know.
Your agenda has been...
I don't know that...
they're not even going to finish it
I know.
probably there. I think they're going to be able to defend. Anyways, let's take another look here. Teleport in, focus on Gate. He does get through. It's an interesting choice here for Kiwi Kid. He just decides to immediately take the magical journey through, so he's there waiting for Mash. But now, everyone is split, and let me take a look at Apollo. Does he get chunked by Gate? No, he's just able to get off a decent amount of damage, but Fang is up there, top laner on the top side, and will be able to solo him. They did get the Rek'Sai tag. Ugh, that Graves damage early on is monstrous.
Fang secures the kill at the end, 2-1 in favor of Team Impulse, and in fact, they did take the turret. However, it's still even in gold. Dignitas picking up a bit of a CS advantage onto Shifter. Not to mention Kirei, who's been all over the jungle, time and time again, clearing it out. Impulse are going to look for this dragon, however.
So, one turret lead for Team Impulse, and now one dragon lead, if they're able to secure this without, well, there's literally nothing for Team Dignitas that could steal it, so one dragon lead there. But whenever the gold is even and you have a turret lead, and it's just an outer turret, you feel a little bit uneasy about your lead because just one team fight swung the wrong way, and that standing gold from the extra outer turret can be recouped fairly quickly. Mid lane though, Shifter gonna play a dangerous game and try and wave clear here with Victor. Oh, look at that. Can't quite get the cannon minion actually. A little bit of a heartbreaker there for him. Not quite powerful enough yet. Is able to save the turret though. Just fine for Team Dignitas, and blue buff is secured for him, so he should be able to continue to do that.
Team Impulse trying to put some pressure on the mid lane, but now it's Dignitas who are making moves. Spear still gonna find Fang. Kirei does not commit to the dive, just going to buy some time for Apollo to chunk out this turret.
Wise choice right there, not to go for the dive. Graves Burst, we've already seen what it can do to squishy champions. Apollo will keep up the damage here. Red buff enhanced in Italy. Looks like Team Dignitas want to level out this turret lead pretty quickly, even up. But unable to finish the job as of yet. Nice chunk.
Fang's still going to be able to survive. Gate makes it up top and makes it to level 6, while Billy Boss decides to rotate mid.
They were leaving Mash down bottom to push that bottom lane, but he doesn't decide to finish off the extra wave of minions and shove it all the way into turret. He's needed immediately topside, so Impulse make the choice to try and bring him up to defend this turret, even though it looks like the two-man squad actually had that handled, and it's really the three-man squad in mid that's keeping up the pressure here. Impulse actually hold on to both and get the wave down bottom, bouncing back towards themselves. If you leave the wave closer to Team Dignitas territory, then that will naturally push towards Impulse side because the reinforcements arrive so much quicker, and they'll be able to focus down the minions that are currently there battling each other. So Mash creating a bounce back for himself on that bottom side. Apollo gonna go hurry it along though.
Yeah, Dignitas playing a patient game by putting some pressure on the mid and top tier 2 turrets. Actually mid tier 1, not quite able to take it. Kirei looks for an invade with the rest of his team. They're not quite able to find too much though, but yeah. Impulse on the top side.
Impulse, I think that they would like to answer mid turret for this bottom turret trade. They're gonna try and go for the 2-for-1 here, grab the Rift Herald and then answer mid, but I think that's not gonna be on the table because Victor, now level 9, back the lane, also was able to purchase a little bit more ability power, so the wave clear is definitely there for Team Dignitas. And the question of whether they would have even been able to finish off that turret, about 60% health right now. So they go for the little bit safer choice. Rift Herald will be theirs, but it does mean that 1,000 gold lead for Team Dignitas.
They don't in fact even answer. It's the bottom tier 1 for Team Impulse, and Rift Herald secured for, the Dignitas take the bottom tier 1. Team Impulse take the Rift Herald. Now Dignitas going to find more damage on another tier 2 turret, and we're seeing this play, but flipped on the other side of the map. Mash was just top, he recalled only now.
They do have Graves for wave clear here. He's not able to get it done. There's the initiation.
Kiwi's still going to be caught. Dashes forward,
Whoa.
stun, finds Pyrion. He's knocked up and locked up. They're trying to bring him down. They're actually able to kill Proxen in the front. Billy Boss, however, caught in a fight with Rise, who's fully powered. He's going to end up going down.
Yeah, even though Billy was able to isolate Rise there with the flash stun into the wall, can't 1v1. You can't finish that fight. It has to be something else capitalizing on your wall stun there. But meanwhile, it was sort of Proxen sacrificing himself as the frontliner. Both frontliners do go down for both teams, but it's Impulse who get to shove with that Rift Herald buff. And they're going to get that turret lead back for themselves, taking down mid.
They fast-track down mid lane. Still 3 minions, but they don't want to take any chances. They're going to leave it standing. Billy Boss with the revive and teleport finds the back line. Pyrion goes down. Shifter getting revenge.
Yeah, overstaying there. They didn't even 100% commit to trying to burn down that turret. It is very difficult to do against Victor and Braum, who can control waves so well, but it was sort of a half-hearted move there from Team Impulse. Rise was also out of mana, so even if they tried to fight or something, they would definitely have lost out. And Team Dignitas able to defend their gold lead.
It seems like the bit of hesitancy from Team Impulse that we've seen really cripple them in the past. And slowly but surely, Dignitas, it's still only about a 1,500 gold lead between the two 15 minutes in, but Dignitas has the turret advantage. Actually, no, they don't. It is even in turrets.
No, yeah, it's that gold lead that they're defending.
It's a gold advantage.
That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the game, where you feel a little bit uneasy when the gold is even and you have a turret advantage, because there's that standing gold that the enemy can recoup. But the other thing that Dignitas are about to receive is a giant gold package down bottom. Huge wave there for Billy Boss. He's going to go soak that up.
Apollo secures red on his own, while Team Impulse once again in the mid lane, looking to put the finishing touches on that as Billy Boss catches all of this farm in the solo lane, even trying to pull back a bit so that it continues to push into him. Blue buff passed over now to Pyrion, not going to have any mana troubles once again.
Team Dignitas have been able to purchase and now can group up here. They've got Victor, Lucian, Nidalee that they can poke here. Braum can put up the wall as well and try and shove in. Breakable Will is great at blocking that wave clear. Rise, though, you have to be very careful about getting too close.
Dragon has just spawned. There goes the Tempered Fate.
Gate keeps throwing out these long-range Tempered Fates, and I'm not sure what they're fishing for. Because as I said before, the hard CC, you know, the control for the team fight comes from a flash unburrow from Proxen and follow up with Pyrion and maybe that Cosmic Binding. But nobody even anywhere close to follow up on that. And that means that Team Dignitas are going to trade their damage on this mid turret. Oh no, no minion wave, so they don't trade anything. They're going to come over and take the fight.
Ooh, Spear finds Pyrion for some good damage. Kyurei with the Runic Echoes chunks him out. Team Impulse were positioned to it, but they just couldn't quite pull the trigger on that turret.
Well, I mean, no minions there. It was a smart move by Team Dignitas. They knew 30 seconds, that's plenty of time. They annihilate the minion wave, move down to take out the dragon very quickly, and get back before the next minion wave arrives. Whereas Team Impulse, maybe that hesitancy you're talking about, they're just kind of waiting for the objectives to fall for them. And not going to happen, as Team Dignitas taking a little bit more proactive approach here, as everybody, the hit squad's coming for Graves, and Graves all alone.
Ooh, Flash is going to be used. Winter's Bite still catches him though. Lots of damage is burning through. Culling in another Flash is burned. He's pulling a lot of attention, but he's going to go down in the end.
Yeah, smart combo there from Kiwi Kid. Going with the Flash, Winter's Bite gets the slow, then it means he has an easy ultimate to hit, even long range because of that slow, and they are able to find that kill. So mission successful for the hit squad. Take another look. Yeah, it's a huge flash. So even if you flash afterwards and uses the ultimate to gain extra distance, the very tip of Kiwi's Braum ultimate is going to find the knock-up and subsequent slow.
18 minutes in, Dignitas lead by about 2,000 gold after getting that kill onto Fang. He is keeping up in CS, however. In fact, 10 ahead of Billy Boss. While our mid laners resume their duel in the mid lane, Shifter opening a pretty wide gap himself, 40 CS ahead of Pyrion. Gate is looking to upset that balance, but Shifter already well aware. Woo!
That one
out
gets a
of the Tempered
flash.
Fate.
I don't think the previous ones got flashes. Kiwi gets caught though.
Taking a lot of damage. Has got his shield facing the wrong way. Proxen looking for the knockup. He finds Apollo. Apollo gets locked down and dropped down. He's dead. Mash gets that one while Team Impulse continuing to chase forward. Billy Boss gets destroyed by Pyrion and the rest of Impulse.
And Rise is popping off. A lot of damage coming out there. They were able to catch Kiwi Kid in sort of a two-pronged engage there. Gate was able to burn the flash from Shifter, which reduces so much of the teamfight presence of Team Dignitas. They don't have their level 11 Victor threatening or trying to defend the Braum, so Kiwi Kid was easy pickings as the rest of Impulse were able to focus.
Calm down.
Crowd's got that one. Yeah. Anytime you get hit by a spear.
It's one spear.
But Impulse are able to grab not only the mid turrets, but also another Rift Herald for themselves. Let's take another look here, because this was a good Tempered Fate from Gate. Burns the flash from Shifter, also zones him out from the beginning. Rise, though, so much damage, and he's got more in the tank. Proxen gets right into the middle. There's that Unburrow, able to section off this team fight, allow Pyrion to flash in with the Rise and grab Lucian. Once Lucian goes down, the heart of Team Dignitas' team fight is gone. They don't have the damage output. And a good cleanup there from Team Impulse. So very, very close game. Bring it right back to even.
Just about even between the two. Rift Herald passed over to Mash, the AD carry. The debate continues. Who gets the Rift Herald buff? Impulse think it's going to be Mash this time. Kire continuing to farm it up in his jungle. Is he even going to be kind enough to give blue buff over? All right, good guy in Italy. Passes that over to Shifter, rocking nearly a 40 CS lead over Proxen. Team Impulse continue to look for some action, however, as they try to clear out the vision around this Baron. Fang is split on the far side with teleport. Billy Boss does not have his.
Yeah, Fang looks to be chasing Billy Boss out of his off his lawn at the moment on Graves. And he's able to push the wave back out. I think package arriving right now with a level 11 Corki is a real opportunity for Impulse to create another play like that. After burning the flash from Shifter, that Victor does become a vulnerability. If they wait too long though, Apollo's flash will be back up, you know, and that back line becomes a little bit harder to target. What they would look for right now would be a great Tempered Fate onto both the Victor as well as Lucian. That would be ideal, and then be able to capitalize. But they're just going to leave the package in base. Smash leaves it there because Team Dignitas aren't really extending anywhere. They don't really expose themselves. There's not, you know, too much vision they're fighting over at the moment. Leaving the package in base and waiting for a better opportunity to force a play.
Very patient game from Dignitas and Impulse. Pyrion in the mid continues to farm it up, but still down about 50 CS behind Shifter.
Yeah. Proxen is the one jungler down. Much more, of course. That's not fair, comparing mid laners to junglers farm.
No, I was saying Pyrion.
Yeah, I know. It was earlier. Don't worry about it. All right. Well, Team Dignitas is going to shove up on the top side. And, honestly, I'm just waiting for the next team fight because both teams seem very hesitant. Dignitas have a lot of vision up through the red side jungle, and they're the ones trying to pressure in on the turret.
It is a very even game. 300 gold separating the teams, and the turrets, they're still at such low health, but nobody can finish them off. Now, Dragon has respawned. Proxen did get the fast track to it. He's going to spot Kire. Might look for the smite steal. Oh,
he got it.
Secured. Secret Agent Proxen.
All right. Dragon number 2. Is that worth fighting over? Dignitas deem it unnecessary.
Dragon 2, Team Impulse.
Yeah, it feels like they're kind of unsure of what to go for when facing this Rise. The Rise has already taken them out in a team fight. And with the package being picked up by MASH, it makes you very, very hesitant to really contest any objectives or even move out to place your vision because of the threat of the long-range Tempered Fate. Bard is a very long-range engage, and if you're carries don't have flash up. It could be a very, very big pick for Team Impulse.
Kirei says, you take my red, I take your Raptors. Smite is available, and he's going to take it and get out of there. Not even clearing out the rest of the camp.
They've been working on this mid turret for a long time. But they're going to have to continue to wait as the Rise and Graves wave clear is plenty.
24.5 minutes in. Dignitas taking their time after some pretty powerful movements for the first 15 minutes or so. They're caught out. Here comes Kiwi Kid, taking a lot of damage. Teleport being used by Billy Boss. Knockup finds no one. As Billy Boss joins in, Impulse are grouped as 5.
All right, both teleports burned. Thought you might have a pick there with the fight over the deep blue side warding, but
not today. Oh, Tempered Fate finds Shifter. Can they get him? No snare. Billy Boss runs and makes it under the tier 2. This crowd is so excited.
Honestly, flashes have been burned. That means next time, guys. Next time they won't have flash.
It's time to go.
Cooldown on that Tempered Fate, much shorter. They're going to look to aim for Shifter.
Everyone's on the edge of their seats, waiting for the next spear.
Gates got his eye on Shifter. Tempered Fate comes back up. They're going to go for it. Pyrion is ready to capitalize with this Rise. Stacked up fully. They've got Graves with both shields ready, so Fang can jump right into the thick of things, get in the middle of the team fight, pop both shields, and try and lifesteal back up to full. They have a lot of tools to bring down a team fight, but Team Dignitas are kind of just waiting for Impulse to make a mistake because they are very scared of the Rise and Graves taking over this mid-game team fight, especially with Corki having Trinity Force and all of the flat attack damage from the early BF sort of pickaxe build. They're a little bit scared to take that on. What could be the game changer for Team Dignitas, though? When Impulse look for this fight and they overextend, if you get a great Poppy ultimate, evening the numbers, you know, Rise is great and all, but if he's 1 versus 5, Team Dignitas can take him down.
That's a very optimistic keeper's verdict.
Hey man, I've seen some really game-changing Poppy ultimates.
You play with different Poppies than I do.
Especially around Baron. Another crab down.
Oh, the ward vision once again. Kiwi Kid. Wait, Kiwi saw this. Spear. Ooh. Missed by that much. Oh, Pyrion, though, gets stunned against the wall. Billy Boss needs some backup. He's locked down. Flashes the spear. They disengage. Kiwi might be caught once again. Doesn't have his flash.
The North American LCS playground. All right. Flash is down now for both mid laners. Cleanse also, so the get out of jail free cards are being spent quickly.
These guys need to make it around the board one more time to get that refresh. The mid-tier 1 could go down.
Shifter!
Fight finds Shifter. Fang is pinned against the wall. They're trying to lock him down, but he's still alive. No deaths for now. But that mid-tier 1 is the target. Though. Apollo wants it. Apollo gets it.
Progress.
All right, we've had our first change in the game in the first 12 minutes.
Hey man, flashes going down are big turning points in the game. As we said, Gate had his eye on Shifter. Bam! Bullseye! Got him! Tempered Fate right onto him, but it's not enough to win the team fight. He was trying to go for a good Cosmic Binding afterward. You could see him positioning to try and get both Apollo and Shifter, you know, after the invulnerability wore off. Wasn't able to snag it, though. Meanwhile, Fang on the front line did pop both shields and was chunked out so low, couldn't add the damage, so they had to give up the turret. And there's your momentous change.
Yeah. Swing the entire game.
Honestly, though, mid-turret going down is a big deal. You can get that deep. All right, honestly, they've had deep vision already anyway.
They have. They caught Kiwi twice. They burned his flash, not once, but twice.
Yeah.
And then they lost the turret off of it.
They both really do have the team fighting possibilities here. Team Dignitas don't really have any other outs. They don't have a split push threat. They don't really have too much of a pick threat. So Team Dignitas, while we're like, okay, they're kind of waiting for mistakes, it's because they don't really have the tools to create, you know, picks for themselves or split pushing threat for themselves. And on Team Impulse's side, it's always a little risky to have Graves overextended because Nidalee is such a mobile jungler. Poppy can lock you down long enough. While Poppy might not be able to solo you, it can lock you down for a significant amount of time. If Nidalee can close on that gap, they could take your split pusher out very quickly. And Impulse really want to work around that Rise, the powerful Rise right now.
The crowd is so pumped for that Rise. They're excited to see when it happens.
You know what? I'm going to check in on you guys, see when the package is coming. Oh, Mash is holding on to the package.
Ooh. Could be looking for a fight.
Mash holding his package up on the top side of the map. Woo, woo, woo. Braves soloing Dragon right now. Let's get a look at that Dragon fight.
Oh, Dragon number 3 for Team Impulse. He groups up Teleport from Billy Boss.
Teleport for Impulse is available.
Oh, Proxen hesitates a bit. Has to be careful. Tempered Fate finds none. Billy Boss drops some damage. Proxen looking for his target. Bang is got against the wall. Knockup is going to lock him down. Here comes the package, splitting Dignitas in two. Billy Boss takes quite a lot. Period is in, though. Shifter is in the front line. They're not quite able to get anyone, though. Finally, Kiwi and Shifter are going to go down. They're trading Fang over. And Dignitas losing 2, but getting 1.
Ooh, close trade right there. Apollo is able to clean up the kill for Team Dignitas as Fang can't quite get over the wall and was hit with the stun. But still, they came out on the losing end. 2 members down. Team Dignitas starting up this Dragon.
Yeah, it's 4v3.
But they're getting run off quickly.
Proxen is going to fade away for the rest of Dignitas. They're zoned away from the Dragon. 3 secured for Team Impulse.
Very well could be that Dragon 5 game with the pace this one is going at. All right. Temper Fate just gets Lucian Dash, which is very low cooldown, so not much gain there. Billy Boss stun onto Fang, knock up onto Fang from both his ultimate. Oh, the Braum actually didn't even go towards him. But then the package coming in, a huge, huge zone there. And that meant that they weren't able to take down Rise. But look at these flashes as Kyrie and Apollo go to finish off Fang on the bottom side.
Solid fight for Impulse. Proxen nets yet another Scuttle Crab before getting a jab from Baron. It's not cool, Baron.
The hell?
That's not cool.
Thought spikes are only supposed to proc when there are more people behind Baron than in front of it. I'll have to check back in on that.
Well, there was more people. There was one person and 0.
There was an extra person in range. Yeah, well, you know, one is more than none.
Oh, Dignitas pulled the trigger on this Baron. There goes the blue trinket, and they're forced to back away.
Oh, baby. You know it's getting spicy when Dignitas start off Baron. All 5 members of the enemy team are alive. But they pull right off of it.
Impulse in the mid lane are going to look for this tier 2. Fang is splitting in the bottom. He has his teleport.
They have decided to commit to that Graves split push. So they've got Fang down there. He doesn't have flash, but they know they have teleport advantage. So yeah, you're
I was so excited.
You're unhappy with the way that wave stopped right perfectly in front of the turret, huh? Billy Boss is going to go clean up that cache.
It's now even in CS in the top lane, 214 to 218. Kyrie is continuing to farm it out in the jungle, opening up a pretty big advantage over Proxen, while Shifter has an advantage of his own. Mash, though, making up for that with 30 CS ahead. Billy Boss, you gotta check yourself before you wreck yourself. There's a ward in that bush, mate.
All right, let's look at possibilities then. You know, options. Let's theory.
Oh, no, he's got it. He's got it.
Impulse.
Yeah.
Well, we watch this ward go down. Impulse, maybe they can have a more creative use of Bard. How about, huh? Maybe try and... all right, let's take a look at Baron, because that's more interesting in big games. All right, they've got the True Sight over Baron right now. They do have pretty good vision control, even doubling up on pink wards in that side rush. All right, that just means 10 auto attacks for Proxen, and they'll clear it out. But again, Impulse, they are committing to the split push here with Fang. And they know that they have the teleport advantage, so they're going to get at least some pressure on the bottom turret out of this. But how about Gate goes down to have a 2-man split push here with Fang? Because Bard is so mobile, you wait until you have charms lined up through the jungle. Use a magical journey so you can, you know, move from bottom lane up to Baron quicker, run across a couple charms for the speed boost,
and then dash into the Baron pit.
And then Tempered Fate to delay it. and buy extra time. Huh?
I like it.
Creative Bard use. Honestly.
He's a creative player.
Here we go. Creative Mash. Just kidding.
He's spotted. Blue Trinket in that. Tribush is going to spot him out. And Dignitas.
Charms are actually kind of hard to track in spectator mode for me.
You're actually looking at the charm placement. He's looking across the map to look for where the charms are currently located.
It's tough because you can't set that play up. It just has to happen. You just have to have great charm placement for multiple boosts.
Over the course of a few minutes. Oh,
you can set up your health packs, though.
You can?
Yeah, he can set up a speed line.
But you can only have a limited number. You can only have
shrines.
Up to three shrines.
Set up 3 shrines. Buy your chimes.
Yeah.
Would you like some shrines with your chimes?
Very slow game between the two. Dignitas taking their time, trying not to give up anything. And Team Impulse have actually... Oh, it's actually dead even in gold. Wow. Just went right...
Oh, look at that.
Hey.
Corky package. That's a playmaking ability if I've ever seen one. He's going top lane to split by himself, though. He's taking Bard with him, actually.
We've got 60 seconds for that package. It'll be finished in 36-15. He's on the top side. Bard is on that top side. Fang has teleport. Team Impulse could be looking for the Baron play.
Oh, baby. Fang splitting down bottom. The teleports have equalized, so they don't have the advantage down there anymore. And Poppy actually with Frozen Fist is fairly intimidating. I'd like to see that all in for science. To see if Billy could get the angle on Fang. That fight is pretty interesting just because both of them are looking for the angle on walls. As Graves wants to get the bounce back from Q and Poppy wants to get the heroic charge.
Hey, Team Impulse takes the top lane tier 2. They've still got the package for 10 more seconds.
Use it.
Guys, we're off.
All right, let's wait. What do we got? 5 more minutes? Is that what it is? 8 minutes? It'll be back, guys.
36.5 minutes. Finally, the tier 2 goes down. Dignitas are unable to answer. Fang is going to catch the wave, prepped on the far side. Dragon, number 2 for Dignitas.
Or number 4 for Team Impulse. Huh?
Oh, there's the Tempered Fate. It finds only the Dragon. They're keeping Proxin away from the pit. There's a fight, gentlemen. This is Proxin. He's knocked up and out.
Billy Boss got the front line.
5v3 knockup is going to find Gate. He's locked down. He goes down. Kirei chases over the wall. He didn't want to be there. He dies to Fang. It's a 1-for-1 trade. There's the Dragon number 2 secured for Dignitas. Team Impulse continue to chase forward. Fang's got a lot of damage, but they can't chase through.
Oh. I don't know. Kirei will never trust a magical journey again. That was an accident.
It wasn't his team's magical journey.
This is like the hokey pokey. You stick 1 foot in, you sucked all the way through the magical journey, and you die. What a dangerous game of... All right. No, it's a Baron. Holy
this is the Baron play.
4-4 Baron.
Aggressive play, 4 versus 4. There is no smite. Looks like they're turning on to Proxin. Apollo's still kept alive. Shifter is turned onto by Fang. Fang brings him low along with Pyrian. They get the kill. And wait, Dignitas, you're going the wrong way, guys. Fang tries to chase them away.
Ooh.
Dig are running the long way around. Oh, Mash, Valkyrie's forward. He gets some damage onto Apollo. Here's a magical journey. Here comes Gate, looking for the cosmic binding of the Sentry. Doesn't quite find it.
Oh, he's got...
Oh, and here comes Proxin as well. Dignitas says, I will die, so my 80k. They don't even care about him. They're chasing down Apollo on the other side. He rushes over the wall. He's running as best he can. Shut down by Proxin. Now they got him.
Can we get you do, run?
Team Impulse, 3,000 gold lead. It's 3 members of Dignitas dead.
That was Dignitas evasive maneuvers. Everyone scramble, run opposite directions, but Impulse, they picked up every single one. No one escapes, and they return to the scene of the crime. Baron that started it all. They're going to be able to take this one unless Kira gets a magical... No.
Baron secured. Team Impulse. Now they finally have got the momentum they have been looking for. Double 80 carry rise. Could be a very scary push. And Dignitas in a tricky situation.
Tricky and sticky. I don't know why it's sticky, but Baron Goop.
Baron has a lot of.
Anyways, this is how it all started. Impulse, they bait him in. They want the team fight because they've got the Corki, Rise, Graves ready to roll. And look at that burst! Bang right next to Shifter. Blows his head off. And then they're able to go on this long chase, as we know. Apollo and Kiwi Kid, the dynamic duo, gonna split up here, run opposite directions. Kiwi Kid, take the high road. I'm gonna go low. He does get a juke here, flashes that, dodges that, dies to that.
I think actually Feng teleported down there to lock him down. It was on cooldown.
Yeah, he did. Yep, he did indeed.
Okay,
Oh, hey, so that's a teleport advantage for Team Dignitas, though. Even though Baron buff is on Impulse, you know, you got to count your blessings here for Team Dignitas.
It's a teleport advantage, but they're giving up this bottom tier too.
That sucker's gone.
And crowd goes wild. You can see Baron's still up for another minute and 30 seconds. They do have that Runic Affinity.
Yep.
Working down this inhibitor turret. Lots of wave clear from Shifter. Dignitas look like they're going to hold on to that for now while Pyrion starts prepping the wave in the mid lane.
Yeah. I'm still looking for Billy Boss to be this. Are they going to go for the shot? Uh-oh, Billy Boss!
Whoa!
Wait a second, you're supposed to do that when there's a hard engage. So what, yeah, the ideal way, the way you change the game with Poppy, a giant Poppy ultimate after someone hard commits, and there's some hard CC to lock them into a team fight so that you can change the numbers quickly, you can get a 5 versus 2, a 5 versus 3 sort of scenario there, try and burn someone down on this team that's ahead of you. But that right there, they lose the turret, it's kind of just a disengage in that case, and Team Dig gonna have to huddle inside the Alamo. See how long they can hold it for.
The last defense of Dignitas. We'll see if it is the last or if they continue to hold it out.
Guess what?
What?
It's been 8 minutes. Package arrived. Wait a second. Let me look this up real quick. I know it's either 8 or 5. I'm pretty sure it's 8.
He's still hanging on to it for now.
8.
Still got 30 seconds.
After 8 for the first one.
Yeah, 35 seconds left on that package. Baron not going to be on that wave. 20 seconds left on that remaining Baron buff for Proxin. He's just going to clear out a bit of vision. Trying to keep a timer on that package just to make sure. He's got about 20 seconds left on it. Down to 15 now. 10 seconds left on the package. It's wearing out. Hey!
Everyone's freaking out. Those minions never had a chance. Honestly, time for Impulse to move this ward line up. They've got pretty good coverage, both sides of the jungle. Dragon number 4 will be the next one for themselves because Team Dignitas were able to snag that earlier one.
Bang did set up a wave on the top side of the map.
So I was right. It is both 8 minutes and 5 minutes.
Hey, after 25 minutes?
8 minutes is just for the first one. And then it's every 5 minutes after you pick up the current one.
Scuttle Crab secured by Team Impulse. They've got double wards to herald their entrance to Dragon number 4. Kirai's on the other side. He's on the Baron side.
The 6th Dragon meets its doom for this game. 2 killed at the hands of Team Dignitas. And 4 to Impulse. Get him, Ghost! Let's...
Apollo ain't afraid of no ghost.
Same, actually. Never have been. Seems kind of like a ridiculous concept. I need some proof.
To be afraid of ghosts?
Yeah,
have you never seen Ghostbusters?
I have seen Ghostbusters. That's just got Slimer. He's just a
It's
comical,
based on a true
ridiculous
story.
ghost. I grew up on Slimer and Casper. No wonder I'm not afraid of ghosts.
The 2 least intimidating ghosts you could possibly imagine.
In before I'm haunted for the rest of my life. All right. Can Team Dignitas hold on and exploit a Team Impulse mistake? Because that's really what they're looking for here. As we've said multiple times, they really want to turn around an Impulse move. Actually, right now, shoving straight up mid, though. Team Dignitas taking their future into their own hands.
Making moves, but here comes a collapse from Fang and Proxen. Proxen gets in the
man.
back. Shifter's caught by the Tempered Fate. They're collapsing onto Apollo. He flashes. Shifter in the front line. He goes low. He goes down. Fang gets it. Apollo's still alive, trying to cut it out. Pyrion actually is going to be the one who drops. Kirei's caught with the Zagas. He drops, and Proxen continues to chase forward. Apollo's doing the damage he can. Can he keep Dignitas in this? Another member falls. Billy Boss is buying time. He's the sole survivor, and Team Impulse win this fight with an ace.
Team Dignitas finally decided to take their own destiny into their own hands, and Impulse punished them for it. Gate starts it off with that Tempered Fate, and the team just cleans up here. Look at that, they're surrounded. Engaging from all angles here are Team Impulse, and even though Billy Boss does get the ejection on Rek'Sai, the front line is gone. Doesn't matter here, and they're able to collapse. Kirei got locked up under the turret, and that's the game.
Team Impulse able to take the win in a 45-minute manner. That's Team Impulse at 4-6 in the standings, defeating Dignitas.
All right, no longer retiring, going back to the NBA. You guys got what?
Impulse looking awfully happy after that win. Very patient game between them. Really, neither of the teams wanted to take any chances until that very last play from Dignitas.
Impulse, yeah, I mean, Impulse, they knew they had that team fight in hand. They forced it at Baron at the 4 versus 4. They were able to pick up the straggler kills, got that Baron, and they were able to clean up some turrets. But then, yeah, at the end there, Dignitas deciding it's time to march straight up mid, and Impulse happily collapse from all angles. Take the victory.
Play. Impulse now a step ahead, taking that win. You can see some big smiles.
Yeah, they're definitely happy to grab this win. As we said, 3-3 for both these guys coming into the game. This bumps Team Impulse up above Team Dignitas in the standings.
Very important. As we mentioned, this could have implications later on in the split once we start getting closer and closer to playoffs.